Hey everybody, I'm just chilling, but y'all know me. If you don't know me already, you should have seen my introduction video. I'm Goddess Pretty Akasha, and I just wanted to say hi. How y'all doing? And you know, what's so funny? What's really funny is I just recently joined a polygamy group on Facebook. And, I think we all know that as a polyandrous person, woman, man, whatever, if you are into this lifestyle, you're trying to practice polyandry, you are shunned. It's like the most ostracized type of poly lifestyle, even in the poly community, is really funny. So in the poly groups, of course, it's like, ugh, I would never do that. Real men wouldn't do that, so you get all types of crazy, ignorant responses. So I was just like, you know what, let me see if I could find some polygamous groups where they already know what the lifestyle is. They already know what it is. So it's not going to be anything surprising or whatever. So I joined a polygamous group, and with my introduction post, guess what kind of responses I get? It's like I wasn't even in a polygamous group. It's like they told me something's mentally wrong with me. All types of stuff they was talking about. And I'm just like, okay. So I see that's another platform that I'm going to have to educate on. I didn't think I would have to educate polygamists about polygamy, but it seems like something I'm going to have to do because they are unaware about polyandry. And they're quoting Bible verses and all types of things. So I'm just like, okay. I accept the challenge. So it's just like slightly annoying, but this is what I've set out to do. That's pretty much why I created this page in the first place, just to educate, because the amount of people that is just unaware of polyandry is really baffling to me, because of so many people who are aware of polygyny. Like, polygyny is everywhere. What's his name? D. Davis has his wives. It's on national TV. You have shows like Big Love, Sister Wives, Seeking Sister Wife. All these shows, everything, polygyny is all over the place. Polyandry is nowhere to be seen. I even tried to look and see if they made a Seeking Brother Husband, like an alternative TV show to go with it, because it was a pretty good show. And the most successful union on that show was the black people, which I was pretty happy about. So, and they were spiritual, so that just tells you something about, all the other families that they had on the show, and I'm really happy about that. But I was looking to see if they had a Seeking Brother Husband show, which they don't have. They started a show called Brother Husbands, but the article said it didn't do well, so they only had a pilot, and then after that it was done or whatever. So it was just like, okay, that's fine. You tried it with one woman and two men. That you only tried it with one family. Why didn't you try it with a set of families, just as you did with the polygynous people, right? Like maybe 3 or 4 families. You can find it if you look for it, because there are women out here who have husbands. So my thing is, this page, I will leave this page as the platform for that. That's why I have Seeking Saturdays. This can be the Seeking Brother Husband page. And I really want you guys to, who are living it. I see you guys in the comments saying, oh, I have these boyfriends, or I had this, or whatever. I want you to be able to tell me your story. Tell me your story so that I can share it, because there is a lot of people out here, a lot of women especially, who think that it's impossible because of the way that society deems this lifestyle, or the judgments that they get. So I really want to share more polyandrous unions. So if you're living it, please let me know. Send me pictures, videos, send me your tags, your websites, YouTube, whatever you're vlogging on, you know, give it to me so I can help share it and show your story, because I think that it's really important for the community to see, you know, polyandry living, you know, properly. You understand what I'm saying? If we are trying to live our lives and trying to change the paradigm of how women are loved, I think this is important for us to see, because, you know, women are tired of, you know, being in, you know, unsatisfied marriages. Women are tired of just being possessions. You understand what I'm saying? Women are tired of not being loved properly. So, you know, it's very important that the women who are looking for, you know, that proper love, or to be loved as a human being, you know, that they can see examples, you know, of people actually living it. Right. So you said they are mostly women with blank conversation about fantasy. That's true. You know what it is? I think when it comes to these groups, a lot of people are coming into it from a fantasy aspect. And the reason being is because they're not, they don't have any knowledge about the practice itself. They do not know the ancient history of polyandry, where it came from, how it is supposed to be practiced, or the reasons behind it, or why societies practiced it. So their reasoning for wanting it is simply for companionship. So of course they're going to come and speak about polyandry from just from a space of, I would like more than one man just because that's what I would like. It's kind of like saying I would like chocolate cake and I would like ice cream with my chocolate cake just because that's what tastes good to me. So there's no substance behind, oh, I would like this chocolate cake because it's made from these ingredients. So because they're unknowledgeable about it, they can't have certain types of conversations that stem from a great foundation. So I think that's kind of like a little bit of a difference between the women in some of these polyandry groups and me. So the reason why I'm practicing has a lot of the reasons stemmed in the benefits of polyandry for a full society rather than for my personal gain. And that's one of the differences that I think stands out between polyandry and polyamory. And that's what I tried to express when I did the post about the difference between an MFM relationship, polyamory MFM relationship, and a polyandry relationship. So the difference would be the mentality behind it. It would be, well, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? It would be the unity that comes with a polyandry. That polyamory, you may not have a unity. So I ended up into like this little back and forth spat in one of these groups with a woman who kept saying she's a polyandrous, and I had to ask her about her union. I was asking her just out of curiosity, just ready to praise her about having 3 men and congratulate her about it. But then as she told me about it, I'm like, oh, this isn't a polyandry. This is more of just a polyamory relationship. So she had a husband, which she had, children with, she lived with and everything. And she had 2 like long distance boyfriends. And, she sees them kind of like ever so often. And she has no intention of building anything with them. She just sees them every now and then. And, like once every 2 months or something like that. It was very far and in between visits when they see each other. And I was just like, well, is he not just, that just makes him like, like a friends with benefits or like a boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Like, where's the substance in that type of relationship that you have with him? You don't want to build anything with him. Y'all don't want to do anything. He doesn't, like, how does he benefit from you and you having a husband or another male partner? You understand what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't benefit anything because you're just visiting him. Y'all spend y'all time together. Y'all go out on dates. Y'all do, and then you go home. Like, that's not what polyandry is. Polyandry is more than just a companionship. If you ever, if you guys were here since the beginning of me making this page, I tried to give examples of polyandry from ancient times, polyandry in different societies, and every single, example that I've given, they've all done it for a reason outside of personal fulfillment, outside of companionship, outside of sexual desire. They've always done it for reasons that benefited the village, that benefited the society. So it's always more than that. It was more of a practical decision, and it was done out of tradition. It was done, for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy wasn't a factor. If you ever notice, jealousy just wasn't a factor. Coming from the society that we're in now, jealousy is a factor a lot of times because we come from the conditioning where the person that we're in a relationship with is our possession, is our thing. We own them. So when they are experiencing things with other people, it's like, then it becomes something else. Now you start to feel funny. So, in these polyamory groups, they, try to tell people that jealousy is a normal emotion. And I'm not going to disagree, but what I'm not going to do is tell everyone that it's normal for you to feel jealous a lot, in a relationship. So my thing is, jealousy is rooted within some sort of insecurity within yourself. So my thing is, if you're going to be in a poly relationship, a polyandry relationship, you should be working on yourself continually. You should be working on yourself continually. You should not be just walking through life with your insecurities, just having fun, like, yeah, I'm just going to stay insecure. No, you should be working on yourself. It's, polyandry is about building and becoming better. So, if you're jealous about something, whatever, I like to avoid jealousy, understanding who you are, knowing who you are, knowing your place, knowing your role in that person's life. If you're a man, you're one of 3 husbands, and you see your wife laughing and giggling, always laughing with husband number 1, right? She's always laughing, right? And with husband number 2, they're always kissing, always licking up on each other, and you and her do not do that. So you need to ask yourself, what is it that makes you and her, your bond, special? Why does she love you? It may not be for the same reasons that she loves husband number 1 or husband number 2, right? You may not be the one with the sense of humor. She may like husband number one because he's funny. That may be what his thing is to her. You understand what I'm saying? If you're not funny, you cannot get jealous of their bond because she's always laughing with him. If you're not funny, like you now because you see her laughing with him, now you want to start trying to tell jokes, and you know that's not your thing. That's not your thing. Figure out what your thing is and have something special to give her that no one else can give her. And once you can do that, you will know your place in her life, and you can't be jealous. You can't be jealous after that point, because now you have something that she can get from you and only you, and that's what puts you up here with her, and everybody can give her something different. Oh, you wanted to know if I think polyandry is better. Well, I don't think that anything is better than anything. I think that polyandry should be practiced in this time right now. Being that polyandry and polygamy itself is usually practiced because of economic reasons, it should continue in that manner. And because of our economy, I think polyandry is best suited right now over polygyny. Whereas we have, a lot of homes are missing the fathers. So the insurance of, having another man around just in case one, dies or goes to jail or whatever reasons he's taken out of the home, the child won't be fatherless. So that's something that we need to take a look at. In Venezuela, they did a study, and a child is 16% more likely to survive to the age of 15 when there is multiple fathers in the home rather than if they only had one father, basically a monogamous household. So that's a study that, definitely proves exactly what I just said. I can understand that, not everyone's going to practice polyandry. I'm not saying that everyone should practice it. I know that everyone's not going to practice it. It's not for everybody. My thing is, what really bothers me is when people act like it's something so different than polygyny. That's when it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? And it's really no different. It's the same thing. So my thing is, the polygynists are the ones who usually act like polyandry is like, what? Oh, why is she doing it? Oh, no, whatever. That doesn't make any sense. Usually when you do not agree with something or you would not do it for yourself, that's it. That's it. You just don't want to do it for yourself. It's not for you to judge somebody. It's not for you to put them down or tell them that it's not supposed to be done. That's when it bothers me. Okay? Because I'm not out here telling you what you should be doing. We're all adults. You understand what I'm saying? We're all adults. Don't tell nobody what they should or should not do based on your bias. Just because you won't do it personally, that's it. Okay. All right, thanks. You won't do it. It's not for you to do. I'm minding my business. You mind yours. So I just hope that people understand that polyandry and polygyny are two sides of the same coin. They have the same value, just different faces. You understand what I'm saying? It's both polygamy. It's both the practice of having multiple spouses. Both practices encourage unity. Both practices, create, a sister or a brother bond within the home, communal living. It's about more than just sexual desires, which people tend to gravitate to it for that reason. And I understand, the fantasy about it. Everybody wants to have, good time. That's great. But, let's be adults, because if you go into something just for the sexual desire, it's not going to last. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. It's not going to last at all. I've done it, so I know if you go into something for the wrong reasons, it won't last. You need to have a good foundation. I'm glad you guys are open to learning. That's what this page is for. Honestly, that's what this page is for. And I try to spread education, wherever I'm at. Whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I try to spread, education and educate people, because I don't like how people are dealing with men and women who are trying to live this life. It's disappointing for adults to act like that. So, if you don't understand something, it's fine. You can definitely come here and, ask your questions. I'll make posts about it. I'll do videos about it. Whatever you want to understand, I have no problem letting you guys know what it is. For each man that practices polyandry, there are different ways they benefit from it. It is actually quite healing for men who have mono issues or a lack of appreciation towards women being treated. Exactly. Spiritually speaking, 7. Equally in terms of choosing the kinds of relationship she desires versus traditional practices that have been forced. Exactly. See? I don't even need to say anything. But, I just wanted to come really quickly and just talk to y'all. And I'm going to start doing more lives. I'll see if I can do a live every week, or maybe a couple times a week. But if you have questions, you have to DM me, and I will do lives about that. But I'm definitely here for you guys. And, I want to thank you so much for following this page. And, just coming here and watch me babble.